All right, Coach Ellis, you two had a trip to Central Texas this weekend, taking on a pretty solid St. Edward's and St. Mary's programs, and you came out victorious, now winning 8 in a row and winning 10 of your last 11 games. Talk to me overall just about your team's performance and what you saw from those matchups.
Yeah, I mean, the team in general is just playing really well. I think they've bought into what we're doing. Obviously, we don't have a center that's healthy. And so we've just gone small, and we're switching everything and fronting the post and just trying to play hard. And right now the girls are playing really hard and playing for each other defensively and offensively. We're moving the ball, taking care of the ball, and knocking down some shots. And so it's been fun to watch, and it's been fun to see them kind of grow with each other and get into this run. And so obviously this weekend was huge for us, just to go on the road. Every time you get a win on the road, it's a big deal. But at those two places, those are tough places to win. And the St. Ed's game, we went out and, I mean, we just got off to a really hot start. Just really executing everything we tried to, hitting some shots, getting some steals in their offense, and disrupting what they were trying to do. And so it set the tone for the game, and then we just kind of had to play even with them really from there on out after the first quarter. And then St. Mary's was a tough game. We did not start out well. We couldn't hit anything in the first quarter, but our defense stayed solid, kept us in the game, and once the shots started falling, then we were able to catch up and kind of take the lead. Had a good lead there in the third quarter and went on a bad run, gave up an 11-0 run, but we're able for the first time this year to kind of weather the storm and really get ourselves back in the game, settle down, and take over and win at the end.
You have an 8-game winning streak right now, catching fire at the right time of the season as we approach the end of the regular season. You have 2 top 10 opponents in your final 4 games of the regular season. Just what must be done to conclude the season on a high note and clinch and secure an LSC tournament spot?
Yeah, obviously Thursday with LCU, that's a tough game. Super smart team, for what we've been doing defensively has confused a lot of people. It won't confuse them. So we'll have to really be locked in on where we got to be and what we got to do. But it'll be a fun game getting them at home. I think it'll be. I think we have some advantages in that game. I think they have a few, and so it'll be fun. We got to go out and play. I like our matchup in that one, and then when we go up to WT later, they're really good. I mean, a lot of people thought they were the best team in the region for a long time. They've lost a couple, but they're still a really, really good team, veteran team, a lot of older kids, and so we're just going to have to be locked in. I don't think anything really changes for us. The funny part is I don't know what else we could change. Like, we've kind of gone through the gamut this year trying to figure out what would work, and we found something, and now we've just got to ride with it and try to be as good as we can at it. And
there are 2 players I want to highlight. First, Magic Esquivel, 29 points Thursday night, shoots 5 for 9 from beyond the 3-point land, so about a little over half of her total points from long range. And also Leonard Morrow, played 40 minutes in your last game, scored 18 points, led the team. So just talk about these 2 players and their impact on the court, the difference they've made for you guys, and their growth since day one.
Yeah, Magic is obviously she came in as a shooter, but it's much more than that. She's really bought into working on attacking the rim more, getting to the basket, drawing some fouls, hitting mid-range jumpers. Defensively, she's picked her game up tremendously over these 2 years, and right now, we've got her down there at times fighting with 6'2" post players, trying to front them and box them out for rebounds. So she's one of those kids that does anything it takes to try to win the game. And then when you talk about Landry, obviously Thursday and Saturday being our last 2 home games will be very sad for us with her, because she's just a player that, her freshman year she hit the free throw to win the conference tournament championship, and so she's just a kid that's done whatever we've asked her to do for 4 years, and right now she's the glue of our team. Offensively and defensively, everything works better when she's on the floor, and so that's why she doesn't come off of it very often. And she's tough as nails. She broke her nose a couple weeks ago, hasn't missed a practice or set out a rep or anything else. Like, she's just out there playing as hard as she can, and she's a 5'7" post player right now for us, basically guarding 6 foot to 6'2" players and doing a great job. I mean, St. Mary's leading scorer scored 2 points in the game with Landry on her, and so she's something that you can't replicate, but we love that she's on our team.
Coach, let's talk about the 8-game win streak just for a second. When LSC play started, kind of got off to a rough start, but you already mentioned that the girls are kind of believing what y'all are putting out there. What has changed, and how are they playing just more together now?
Well, I think I think they're a close group to start with, but we're still pretty young. I mean, we're playing a lot of sophomores. We got 3 of them starting, and we're doing something completely different than we even taught them last year. And so I think it just took some time. Early in the year, we were trying to kind of do what we've always done, and it just wasn't working for whatever reason. You know, teams are different every year, and part of that was we played a good schedule. We played some really good teams, and we just weren't hitting shots. We weren't taking care of the ball. I think, you know, we lost the Fort Lewis game and the Tyler game, both where we turned it over 27 plus times, which you're not going to win games like that. But we were in those games even at that. And so once we kind of made the changes to the small lineup and they saw some success, I just think they've bought into it more and more, and they start having fun with it. Another thing that's helped is we gotten some boys practice players, and like, to be honest with you, they've kind of beat us up a little bit and pushed us around, and the girls figured out how to fight together and how to, you know, it's not just about you. Like, she's going to get beat off the dribble, I got to be there and help her, and then the next one's got to help me. And as that's just growing, and just like everything, when you get confidence in something, it just gets better and better. And so it's fun to watch. We're trying to fine tune a few things, but we're also trying to not touch it and break it. Like, it's going well.
Coach, walk me through this week's matchups. Obviously, Lubbock Christian on Thursday, Midwestern on Saturday, Senior Day on Saturday. Obviously, just like with the men's team, you face them in December. It's been a while. Obviously, we've changed a lot, and I'm sure they have as well. So what have you picked up from those previous matchups and the most recent film you've watched, and see what needs to be done for the Ramblers to come out on top?
Well, for Thursday, Lubbock, it's about playing smart. I mean, it always is with Lubbock. If you can execute a game plan and be smart and don't make mistakes, because they're going to take advantage of your mistakes, then you have a shot of winning. I like our chances here. Obviously, we're going to have to hit some shots because they're going to do some things, play some zone, pack it in on a pack line man. So you're going to have to hit some shots, do some things there. But I think we'll give them a hard time on their offensive end. And then it's just a matter of if we can hit shots. Midwestern is kind of one of those teams where, you know, Grant McCaslin up at Tech, he always says toughest team wins. Well, that's what that game is all about. I mean, they're going to go throw it on the glass and go try to rebound it and get it. And it's going to be a physical battle. And so we've got to be ready for that. We got to fight with them. And I think whoever's tougher and makes less mistakes in that game is going to win that one. So it'll be exciting. Senior night's always a tricky night because you don't know exactly how everybody's going to respond. You know, you have a few laughter and a few tears before the game, and then they throw it up and you hope everybody is back to themselves, but sometimes they aren't quite for a little bit. So we'll see how that game starts, and then we'll just adjust from there.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach. Good luck this week.
Thank you.